Hello everyone, this is Asif Khan with a brand new video tutorial for absolute beginners for 3D Studio Max. Yes, absolute beginners. I will be addressing people who do not know anything yet about 3D Studio Max. So here we are, let's begin. We will start by basic buttons and interface. So first of all, you can see that we have 4 screen areas, namely top viewport, left viewport, front viewport and the perspective viewport. These are the basic areas where all of your modeling and designing would take place, mostly in perspective viewport. Now first off, I will tell you how to place a basic primitive. Here we are. Make sure you have selected this arrow out here. This is the selection box for creating objects, and in it we have a few more buttons out here that I will not be discussing just yet. Let's click on the box and let's try creating a simple box. Click in your viewport. It might be perspective, front, top or left. I'll choose perspective for you people. Just click there and drag it out a little bit. Release your mouse and then drag again to give it depth. That's simple as this. You can create a simple primitive as easily as this. But there is another method for creating the basic primitive, so we'll just delete that, press the delete key and select the box again, and you can see a small plus symbol out here. Just click the symbol and enter the values of length, width and height simply by entering the default values. I will enter 30 for length, 20 for width and 10 for height. Let's click the create button. So here we are, our first primitive. Simple as this. Just enter the values and click create. That's it. So this was about creating the primitive. You can experiment with all of these other primitives, and if you encounter any problem, just mention that in the comment section and I'll try to respond as soon as possible. Now after we have our first primitive in, I would now like to tell you more about controlling your movements. These 8 buttons out here control most of the basic movements for you. First off, we have this magnifying glass button, which is actually the zoom button. Just click on it and try drag clicking in your viewport. You can see that you can zoom in and out as much as you want, and according to your taste. And the second button is zoom all. As the name indicates, if you click this button and drag it in any of the viewports, you can see all of these viewports are zooming in at the same time. So it's useful at times, but it depends upon you how you use it and when you need it. Then we have zoom extents button. Selecting a viewport, and when you press this button, the model fits in your screen area, in the screen area of your viewport. That is quite a useful button. I use it frequently. Then we have zoom extends all button. So pressing it would fit all of the models in their respective viewports. That is also quite a useful button. Then we have this button. It deals with some angles or something. I don't know how to use it properly, but I don't really use it, so it's pretty much experimenting. You can experiment with that and try out. If you see you can find a use for it, but I don't find it generally useful. And then we have pan button. We can pan our view, move our view just by clicking and dragging the screen area, and you can see we can move our object in the screen. Then we have arc and rotate. Click that button, click in the viewport and then drag your mouse to rotate your model. Simple as that. Yes, you can do that in all of the viewports. User, you can see I click that in the front viewport and convert it into user, so we'll change that back to front viewport. Then we have a full screen button, toggle viewport button. For example, if you are primarily working in the perspective viewport and you want that viewport to maximize and fit your screen area, then you just simply have to press this button. Now see what happens when I press this button. Voila, the screen is maximized with the perspective viewport. So it gives you a more detailed working area for you. But if you want to revert back to your normal settings or the default settings, you can just press this button again here, and you will revert back to your default settings. So that was basically how to add primitives to your modeling area and how to control the area. I guess that's enough for today. For more tutorials, wait for my next videos. Thank you everyone. Have a good day.